shallow kickoff from Great Britain. It eludes everyone, and it's scooped up by Enemo Ato, last year's Rookie of the Year, back in the France side, missed the last couple of tournaments. Here's Zegda. And France immediately getting into their work with Ryan Rebage on the edge, one of their big, strong carriers. There is Zegda again. He's become such a key man in this French team. They spin through the hands. Here's the captain, Riva, and Ato. He's got Dub on the outside, goes himself almost through, pops the offload away, Ato, and then just tipped up by Jardine was Ali Dabo. But here come France rolling on to attack. Desert, the leading scorer. Now Rebage trying to go through the middle. Offloading game is sticking for the French. Ato goes close. They'll go for the penalty.
Offside. 24 offside.
Quick tap from Ryan Rebage. Looked to rip a ball, but instead goes inside for the skipper. And it's Paulin Riva who opens France's account this weekend.
One thing that's very apparent from this French team is the tempo that they're playing at. Very quick, wanting to shift the ball. Very good carry originally on the edge by Rebage, which opened up the field for Rivard in the middle. They were meters away from scoring. They get back to the mark, take it quickly, and the skipper is always making himself available. The inside line from him this occasion. Nice step, strong contact, beautiful pass, great line, 5 points.
Rebage has shaved that across the face on the restart. It is Riva, the veteran man, 5-0. Dabo underneath this one for France. He's a tall figure and then does regather as well. Great Britain did well to regroup on defence though and forced France into touch.
Good restart, very contestable. Dabo nearly got on in the fight. Back-to-back possessions, just key in the game of sevens. Just everything so far at the moment from this French outfit is really, really quick. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Only won 2 of their past 9 pool games, France. They started the season really well and had a rough old patch of late. But they're going to get the ball back. Oh, they were just about to get the ball back here. It evaded Rebage. So a let off for GB as it's Kershaw who crashes forward, and now France trying to blow through here, being really physical, and they will roll over the top. Will they? Spits out on the GB side, but it'll be France ball.
In the side.
It was so good. I think it was the first initial contact at the breakdown which put the pressure on. Look at that. It's the skipper, number 6. Look at him. He's in amongst it, and then right there, Zegda is the one that takes the power. He goes for the skipper, and look at the way they identify the stack. They punch all the way through GB, put the pressure on, and get the rewards.
Rebage trying to pull the strings in the middle. Riva with Dabo on the edge. Long levers, again getting close to that sideline, but keep it in touch. Infield do the French again. Here's Zegda once more, looking to work through the middle, and then the offload out the back of the hand. Ato Rebage, France stepping their way through to a second here, numbers wide, and it's their leading scorer, Simon Desir, on the edge.
Oh, that passing in the mid was magnifique. Look at that, beautiful on the inside, a nice one on the inside. Deceptive footwork on the outside. Ato, we spoke about him, the young man, how good his skills are. He's making an immediate impact coming back into this French outfit. I like the way they're using the inside ball to create space, hold the defenders, and create on the outside. Good to watch.
Simon Desir scored the most tries for France last season, and also so far this season, that's 16. He's their leading tackler as well. 10 points to 0. Nice tardy-tart start from the French. Ato hangs it up for Dabo once more, can't quite grasp it.
Using Dabo effectively on those restarts. It's the second time it's been contestable. They went straight up, ball only. Great kicker, went to deck, so it's going to be pressure on the line out throw here. GB just needs some position.
Ryan Frostwick, one of the many newcomers to this GB side this season. It's nice ball off the top for him to get some hands on. And here's Jacob Henry, almost around the outside. Good tackle made by Miranda out there. Taking Miranda back in this French side after a long time out. Now Ethan Waddleton working through the middle. Great Britain. Sustained period with ball in hand. Kershaw goes to ground. Back it comes for Waddleton once more. Lost a bit of ground here, Great Britain. France just pegging them back. They get stuck on their own 22. Good hands stretching across. Waddleton doesn't mind some hard work and hard yards. Now they start to roll forward. Do Great Britain trying it. Only men on the edge. Kershaw. And they'll get a penalty. That'll help them. Just relieve some of that territorial pressure.
Yeah, and you can see the difference in attitude from GB. They don't want to go quickly. They like the stop-start nature. They're only 10 points behind, one score, and they're right back in this one. So that'll be the aim before the half. Just over a minute to go. So instead of going to the set piece, they'll go to the tap.
Let's go.
Charlton Kerr balances a career in finance with his sevens rugby. Frostwick. One way and then the other. Now Waddleton headlong into Zedar, dumped into the turf at Kaitak. They would have maintained possession though, Great Britain. Here goes Henry again. Give Henry. And then getting to the outside edge, looking to get Ryan Apps into the play for the first time. Put it on the toe, then lost his footing. And France will scramble back with Hato. Lever for Miranda. France building from inside their own territory, this time close to that sideline again. The French, and this time go out of it.
Not only getting it done on the offensive side, but look at this defense. Nice tackle, doesn't go over that. Absolutely perfect technique from the number 8 Zedar. He's been a massive contributor, not only attack-wise, but look at that, defensively getting it done.
Let's go.
Apparently he can do a Rubik's Cube in under a minute as well, Anton Zedar. At least he claims he can.
Can't you do that?
No, I don't know how to do it at all. Not just physical power, got a good brain in there too, apparently.
Ready to go out.
Great Britain, there's the siren for half-time. Love to get one on the board and tighten this right up. France have been in control, but Waddleton is the sort of player that can bust them up the middle. That's exactly what they done. Chase is coming. That's great from behind from Desir. Regathered, did he then lost it? Did Waddleton. It was desperation from the French at the end of the half, and they will go into the break with a 10-0 lead over Great Britain. And Amato gets us underway in the second half. Great Britain struggled to get into French territory in the first. Kershaw can't get around the outside of Desert. And again, France, that physical element, but they do so illegally this time. Concede the penalty.
Yeah, that's good work initially. Defensively from France. Coach there, but he won't be happy with the start. Discipline has to be at a premium. You're thinking because of the lack of discipline, it's allowing GB back into this game and more possession.
Henry dragged to ground by Miranda. Able to go wide and go quickly and get the speedster Ryan Apps into it. He's cut them up. Has Ryan Apps, didn't get any opportunities really in the first half. Takes it straight away in the second.
The offer mistake from France, and that's the killer. You can see the look on Benoit Babi when they did give that away. He had no right to score this. There's 3 defenders coming across for France. That's pretty lazy on the inside. They got caught napping. But this guy here, his first 3 steps are just so quick, and that's where he broke through the hole. Has a look at the big screen. No chase is coming. GB after the half coming with momentum.
And try scored right under the post too. So 10-0 has all of a sudden become 10-7, and Great Britain, 1 try has got them into it.
30 seconds.
France, both teams rolling out some fresh legs. Knocked down by Jordan Sefo into the action. Great player to be able to bring off the bench. Darbo almost through. Had Desir outside him. Great Britain had a good go at that on the ground. Lever for Sefo. Jordan Sefo with Miranda. And now Delamere.
Tackle!
Arto and Desir has been so threatening. A little bit awkward, but Artaud tries to buy himself and his team time. He's rolled into a very awkward position here for it to try and squeeze out. France are going to need a halfback. They're all on, the regular halfbacks are all stuck in under there. There we go. Away it comes for Sefo. And then back again. Great Britain claiming that was forward. Darbo gets the big fend on. Camped in this one area of the field, and eventually a penalty comes.
Oh, they look interested 3 or 4 times at ruck time, didn't they? Great Britain. They were over the ball for a long time. They were unlucky in that situation. France are hanging on for dear life at the moment. A lot of hands on the hips, a lot of hands on the head. They absolutely spent, and changes incoming for sure.
Here's Ross McCann. Hey, 45th tournament, a surprise inclusion in the squad, and it might be a short-lived one, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's my first priority. We've stolen it twice. That's my first priority.
Always says maybe it's a groin. That's a shame. You speak about experience, especially in Hong Kong. Need that from a guy such as this. So hopefully his tournament is still okay.
First appearance since the Madrid Grand Final in 2024. It's come to a very quick end, hopefully, yeah. It's precautionary as Riva punches us down to the touchline.
That's an interesting tactic we saw in the first 7 minutes. France were ready to play quick tap, get the tempo going now, because GB have worked their way back into it. They want to slow it down now and be a bit more precise in what they're doing.
Artaud goes down the back. It's a great line out throw. You know, way it comes for Delamare. That's not a great ball though. Artaud does the tidying up. France have lost a bit of ground, and they're going to lose a little bit more because that's gone backwards, now dropped onto the toe, and a little bit of a checked passage through for France and Miranda. Eventually it's tidied up by Davidson, and Great Britain from inside their own 22 now, 3.5 to go, and what has become a very tight match, and very cagey all of a sudden. And through the hands for Great Britain, Sheldon Kerr. He's dumped into the turf by Bouillet. Ball spits out. Oh, France thought it was well and truly out. Sent backwards by the referee. Henry whips it across for Frostwick, getting to the Flyers on the edge. And here is one of them, Finn Lloyd-Gilmore, but he's taking on Nelson Epe, and that's one of the fastest going in the French team as well. And again, France blowing through at ruck time.
That is fantastic there on the edge from France. Speeds are on speeds to lower them down, but they had numbers in and around the ball, so they challenged, went all the way over in that ruck. That is brilliant work from the French outfit.
Gotta love when the Flyers come together, don't they? They take each other on. One of the fascinating elements of this game. Artaud. France pushing here, looking for a third. Haven't scored in this half. It's been plenty of possession, but nothing to show for Riva. Now a bit of space. Sefo, if he can keep his feet, which he does. Lloyd-Gilmore sticks in the fight and lowers Jordan Sefo in the tackle. Artaud playing big minutes in his return to the team. Delamare looking to step his way up the middle. He's got Artaud on the shoulder. And Artaud just dragged down. Pops another ball though for Bouillet. They keep it alive again. Do the French. Epe screaming for it on the edge. Go to back his speed into the corner. The little flyer goes in for France. An important strike for Nelson Epe and the French team. Haven't given it yet.
TMO check.
Epe's complaining about the tackle as well, perhaps.
Yeah, it was high, but from the naked eye, from up here where we are, I think it looked okay. Brilliant to keep his body in. Nelson Epe, this would be a good look at it on the end on. Charlton Kerr goes around with a seatbelt tackle, but look at the way he's able to stay in. Legs are all good. That's, yeah, 5 points.
You may award the try.
Good finish for Nelson Epe, making his way back in this team, having been with Toulouse in top 14.
Great work, great support play, great offloading off the deck. This is a nice right to left pass, right on the money. As soon as he gets the ball, he hits that angle, he backs himself. He changed the ball to his left hand so he can affect the fend. But Epe, you can see the physical mismatch it was, but he keeps slow, keeps his body in, and puts it down with authority.
Kick from wide, will stay wide from Artaud. It's given France 8-point lead. Great Britain looking for another response. Kerr spins it to midfield. And then the little flick ball, can't stick in the hands. Great Britain cough it up. A very inopportune moment.
And these are the things that work their way into games, but there's the moments in games where they just let themselves down. It's happened again for them. The last time they won it, well, beat France was here in Hong Kong last year. This Team GB, so they've been in the fight.
Crouch!
But it's moments. You've got to win those big moments.
Set!
Maxime Granal out there now for the French, made his debut in Vancouver a couple of tournaments ago. Riva, and here is Granal taking ball to the line, and Epe just came flying onto it. Lightning quick Nelson Epe, and he grabs a second to seal the deal for France.
This whole situation came opportunity because of the decoy runner in the midfield. Miranda, he holds two defenders. That's what creates the outside of 2-on-1. And then give it to the speeder running at full noise. Very well projected and very well executed from this French outfit for that particular moment, just to put an exclamation mark on a very good game.
Withstood a bit of pressure in the middle, did the French, but showing that they're going to be contenders again. And a nice conversion as well to finish, to wrap up a good win for France. 22 points to 7 on the board. Day one in Hong Kong.